Listen, thank you all for being out here today, and we want to take just a bit of time here and discuss an issue that I don't think could be any more critical to the future of our state. And as we stand here today next to a very empty of water lake bed of O.C. Fisher Reservoir, San Angelo, Texas is facing the reality that without significant rainfall, the city could effectively run out of water within the next 15 months. And that's a situation that other communities across Texas have already had to come to grips with. Places like Spicewood Beach, just outside of Austin, residents have been trucking water there for now 20 months. These residents are reminded of the importance of water every time they, go take a shower, every time they clean their clothes, or for that matter, brush their teeth. The truth is, drought's always been a way of life in Texas, and can't help to think about the 50s and Elmer Kelton's great book, The Time It Never Rained, and many of us who grew up in that period of time, or as I did, grew up on a dryland cotton farm, the devastation that a drought can have on a community, and for that matter on a family. I understand the anxiety that occurs when you endlessly scan that cloudless sky praying for rain. While we weathered many droughts over the years, our ongoing economic success in this state, the steady population growth that we've seen, is placing more and more demand on water supplies than we've ever had before. This was part of what heightened the urgency of this matter, I think, to unprecedented levels, Senator. The members of the legislature understood how important it was for this legislation to pass. For decades, our lawmakers have sounded the clarion call about the need to address our state's water resources. And while those efforts resulted in the drafting of quality water plans, finding the funds to pay for the infrastructure has eluded us over the course of the years. And about 4 months ago, we made history by passing House Bill 4, which identified a way to fund our much-needed water plans without raising a single penny of new taxes. And I was proud to sign it. While House Bill 4 was passed in a time of significant drought, it also passed in a time of economic power and prosperity. That presented us with a historic opportunity to fund water projects that will ensure that we have the water that we need to grow and thrive for the next 5 decades. This is simply too vital an issue, too narrow a window of opportunity to come up short on the brink of meeting our water needs. With voter approval of Proposition 6 a little over a month from now, House Bill 4 essentially moves money from one savings account, the Rainy Day Fund, into a pair of other accounts that will serve as a bank, lending funds at low interest rates to local authorities for water and conservation projects that need them the most. It's vital that local communities have their say, because they're the ones who best understand which projects are most important to them. So through this process, Texas can turn the $2 billion in seed money into $30 billion worth of water projects across our state, effectively fulfilling the state's portion of the water plan that we adopted in 2012. Over the years, I don't suppose there's been anybody any more diligent at protecting the Rainy Day Fund than I have. And the good news is that this move will leave the Rainy Day Fund with more than enough money to protect our credit rating, which by the way, last week was raised to the highest rating possible. But it'll also keep that fund available for any emergencies that we might face as we go forward. That's because our economic strength has pushed the rainy day fund to historic highs. So even with this one-time transfer of funds to address our water needs, we'll still have an estimated $8.3 billion in reserve. How many other states would or could jump at the chance to solve a major challenge like this without having to raise taxes? I suspect almost any other state would love to have that opportunity. And make no mistake, other states are watching what we're doing, Senator. They're, we compete with them every day for expansions, for relocations. You better believe the status of our water supply comes up when we have those conversations. When I go into other states to talk about what's going on in Texas, when we reach out to businesses to consider relocation or expanding into the state of Texas, those other states are paying attention and they bring up the water situation. If Texas is to remain the best place to live and to work and to grow your business, raise your family, we must ensure adequate supplies for generations to come of our water. Again, we stand at a historic crossroads, prime opportunity to meet our water needs for ourselves and generations of Texans to come. I want to